comment about it, about coming on. So if she comes on, um, and we'll see about anybody else.
Yeah. Since those boys started their synergy networking against me, they're blowing me away.
But yeah,
Yeah. Oh well, it is what it is. I might have to pick a different time slot.
yeah, whatever works.
Yeah.
But um, but how's life with Santa though? It's
It was good. It's good.
how are
Good.
things going in Santa's world though?
Been good. I signed up some more people, so I'm excited about that. I had a good television show today, so that was good. And yeah, it's been going good.
And getting the people for the stories.
Starting to get a few, not going as fast as I want, but it's all a matter of timing and a lot of interest in it. So we'll have to go one at a time. I'm not going to get rich off of it. What do you know, Kurt?
Well, I know there should be a lot more people smiling around the world thanks to the great work you're doing.
Well, I'm trying. I had a pretty good weekend. I signed up uh three more people to Santa approve, so that made me happy. And one guy put a whole big post on today on LinkedIn saying why he was so excited to be LinkedIn and Santa approved. And I went, man, that's cool. So I copied and pasted that one on my page and went, yep, this will work. And got a few people that are interested in stories. So it's people. We're at 99 days till Christmas, and I can see what's going to happen. Everybody's going to wait to the last 10 days and they're going to go, hey, can you do like 200 stories in 10 days? And I'm going to go, well, sleep is deprived and, sleep is overrated. There's Marianne.
Hola, Santa. I'm stranded in Mexico City. I'm ready to board the airplane to Vancouver, Canada.
Thought you were supposed to do that yesterday.
Well, I had a challenge. I want to share this. I'm a person with a disability, and I had a wheelchair help me get, and they parked me. And I got up and had an overnight for a couple of hours. So I have a hearing loss. It's also rainy, and I'm in a foreign country and limited Spanish, and the flight tickets have different numbers on them. So it was kind of confusing, and they told me to go here, go there, and they had me on the other side of the airport. Needless to say, I got a nice room last night, had a beautiful breakfast. Was Viva La Mexico, so it wasn't fireworks that I heard, it was thunderstorms. And anyway, I'm here at the gate ready to board, Santa. So Vancouver, here I come.
Day late, and you end up missing the flight because of misdirections, or
No, they sat me. I used a guy to accompany in a wheelchair, and they sat me on one side of the airport. And I waited and waited, and I thought I was in the right place. And I get up and ask. And also, my iPhone time change was different from my iWatch. And then I went over to the other place, and anyway, I asked them several times and showing the ticket, and no one kind of really helped me out to get me onto the other side of the airport. So anyway, end of the story. On with the glory, Santa.
hey,
Lesson learned.
Sometimes you got to turn the page, because if you go over the details, it just gets you more angry, and you can't do anything to change it. So you might as well look forward and say, brighter seas are ahead of you.
Yeah, no, I had a very nice rest and a very nice breakfast. So, and it was actually Viva La Mexico Celebration Day. So I
Oh
can say
yeah.
I was in Mexico. I was in Mexico City.
So
So
what is Viva La Mexico Day?
it's their independence, like our July 4th. So all week they're
Okay.
going to be celebrating, and they're red, white, and green, not red, white, and blue. And but I got to talk with a couple of people, parents with autistic children that were on on the plane. I got to show them the books, coloring, and the app games, and met some other people too. So, yeah. So I'm right here today, Santa. So thank you so much for sharing the coloring books, and we're gonna have a good time in Canada. So go
Good,
out and play.
good. Absolutely. Good stuff.
But yeah, so it's just, it is a challenge. I used a wheelchair because I had a broken foot in the past and they offered it to me, and carrying a bag. And with the rain coming in, it affected more my right ear. So that was more of a hearing challenge because it kind of just, the thunderstorms and the clouds, and then being not fluent in Spanish, and my eyelids bothering me. So I'm going to have to come back and have surgery. But anyway, we made it through it. So there, I saw a service dog here that said Perro, service dog Perro. The word Perro means dog in Spanish.
Right?
So there was a service dog walking around here, but they were really nice and really accommodating. There's just a little flight error, but I made it through it, and I had a great rest for myself.
Good. So
Because
you got what, about a 5-hour flight to Vancouver, or you got a layover somewhere?
no, straight to Vancouver. So I don't know, 3 to 4 hours. They're gonna feed me a meal, and I arrive at best, I guess, at 9 o'clock at night. I'll get an Uber, and there you go. But
Awesome.
yeah, really awesome. So, and yeah, so we're working on the book still, and getting that all ready. And Cooper and Beth should be receiving their books this week. Cooper is a deaf 4-year-old who has Ward-off syndrome. He's got cochlear implants and eyeglasses with these beautiful blue eyes, which is part of the syndrome. And Beth is his mom, who is hearing, who has a TikTok, YouTube channel. So you get to see him. He's in school. We saw his school pictures over the last 4 years. What a little grown man he's becoming. I'm really excited because he's getting the book Santa for back to school surprise. And the book is Rabbit Acts of Kindness, No Bully. And it features Harry, the hard of hearing rabbit, who we find out is hard of hearing in the beginning of the book as a young baby. And he is in a special school, and he meets his classmates, such as Lenny the lizard, who has a speech impediment. And we have a speech therapist, basset hound dog named Dr. Cordial, who's very vocal. And we talk about vocal cords for speech therapy. We have the audiologist. We have Dino Spamaramo as a classmate. And anyway, Santa, he encounters a bullfrog and a female French bulldog, and gets kicked off the rock and ends up on Rabbit Island. He meets the enchanted tree, and he learns to stand in his power, and him and his classmates. And he meets Chelsea, the courageous sign language chicken, and Eve, the finger spelling bumblebee. And they sail back to Magic Island, in the island of Oahu, Hawaii. And they have a parade. And we find out that the bullies didn't know sign language and they wanted to be of service. And then we have a first birthday luau with baby Sizzle. So it's a great story. You will be getting them. I'm really excited again that Cooper will be getting them, as well as the coloring books, and he can share with his classmates at the Minnesota School for the Deaf. So there you go, Santa. We're spreading the gifts around the world, and everybody can get, classroom teachers can get copies of the books from donorschoose.org. And also you can apply for your own personal projects on awesomegrantfoundation.org. So go out and play. I'm Marianne of Waikiki.
That sounds amazing. The details that you're seeing, I'm already picturing what they're looking like, and now you're going to send them out. That's they're being already illustrated, I'm assuming, and they're getting ready to be published, or they are being published now.
Oh, you have them all, Santa. You have Rabbit Acts of Kindness, and you
Yeah.
got the coloring books.
Right. Oh, but you were talking about coloring books. I thought you were talking about new books.
No, we sent the books to him. It's October is anti-bullying month. I was introducing the characters.
There you go. There you go. I
Yeah.
understand. Yeah. Yeah. Again, I wasn't on last night, but Saturday I was showing the kids these coloring books, and boy, they were really liking them. You know, they were really they thought they were amazing and thought they were good. So we'll have to figure out how I can tell the kids where to get them. I think you said they can get them on Amazon.
Yeah, Amazon.com. It's the Acts of Kindness series.
Oh,
Amazon.com.
There you go. So I'll be able to publish that and you know, so very cool, very exciting. That's awesome. I'm happy for you. Your project's finally getting off the ground and getting some publicity. And oh, there's Mr. Earl joining us, and we got Kurt with us, and of course Miss Emily. So how's Earl doing today?
Yeah, doing well so far, and just doing a little bit of getting ready for fall cleaning, I should say. Instead of spring cleaning, it's going to be fall cleaning.
Your leaves starting to fall there already, Earl?
Not yet. No, this is basically this is inside cleaning. Fall
Oh,
cleaning.
that kind of cleaning. You know, we're noticing the leaves are starting to fall here, and it's going to be 85 degrees here all week. And the leaves are starting to fall. Or
Yep. Yep, that's what I've been hearing. And people in the northern regions, yep, it basically is starting to turn.
yeah. And I mean, temperature all week in Brainerd, well, right now it's 85 degrees, and it's supposed to be 86, 84, 83, 79, 78, 74.
Right.
Yeah, all week. That's
Well, just to give you a little bit of an update here, I've already talked to 2 event venues here, and one of which seems to gonna be working out pretty well. And I've got a landing page now for the podcasters conference. That's going to be updated with all current information, and this is currently going to be set for October 2nd and 3rd, 2025.
there you go. There you go. So you've got the I think I got an email this morning from you from that group.
Yep.
Or it was a post or something.
Yep,
remember
that's from the
seeing it.
Facebook group. And then I also do now have a landing page for it that's going to be updated once I have more information. I'm already working on the itinerary. I've got, yeah, I've got a lot of stuff laid out already for it. So now I just got to come up with a good crew, and we'll have things all set.
Now this is going to take place in Waterloo, or are you going to bump it to Des Moines?
No, I think this will most likely be at the Diamond Event Center in Cedar Falls.
Oh, in Cedar Falls.
Yep.
Okay.
His
Just south of Waterloo.
uh
60 miles.
Cedar Falls is right next door.
Oh. Which one am I
Cedar
thinking?
Rapids is Cedar
Oh,
Rapids. is
Cedar
south.
Rapids.
Yep.
Right.
Cedar Falls is right next door.
Okay. There you go. Now you got a big enough airport for people to fly directly in, or do they have to?
Basically, they can fly either into the Eastern Iowa Airport down at Cedar Rapids and get a rental or take an Uber up, or else they can fly directly into the Waterloo Airport.
There you go. Absolutely. So that's next October,
Yep.
first weekend in October.
Yep. That's going to be a Thursday, Friday instead of
Oh, it's a
over
Thursday,
the weekend.
Friday.
Because I'm leaving the weekend open for these venues in case they have weddings.
Right. Right. There you go. And you'll get a discounted rate. And most people that doing podcasts can rearrange schedules midweek versus weekends easier anyway.
Yeah, because with the venues, they've all said that most conferences that they host, they do it during the week.
Yeah. Awesome, awesome. I was on a TV show that was released this afternoon too with Laura Cross, and hopefully she hasn't released numbers yet, but take her a few days to see how many people are watching, but it should be interesting. So I'm excited to see that. She sent me an email a week ago that her numbers from July to August increased by almost 10%. So that was a big increase for a podcast showing.
Very cool.
Yeah. So I was on that today. So hopefully I'll be able to bump her numbers up a little bit even more. And she was very thoughtful and asked some seriously good questions, which made the podcast very fun and very interesting.
Well, that's a good thing because, yeah, we get a lot more people handling their interviews, well, basically like I do, as I make it fun and enjoyable and get the guests to really open up and share information and just make it a fun conversation. I mean, that's the way it's supposed to be.
Well, having the fun conversation really makes you more interactive with your guest or with your host, depending on which way you do it. But it also gives your listeners more upbeat, positive uh, experience listening, whatever the words you want to throw in there.
Yeah. Uh, the best comment I've ever had from a guest was from the wife of a musician who had recently passed up in New York. And she was carrying on his work, his legacy with his music and getting information out about what he did to help support the community and whatnot. And she came back and basically paid me a huge compliment saying that the way I had conducted it is that it was the very first time she was able to open up to anybody doing an interview with her, and which meant the world to her.
Really? Wow. That's a nice compliment.
Yep.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah. That's like going back to the DJ world when a bride and groom comes up to the end of the night and say, "Wow, you made the dreams come true." You worked hard to create someone else's dreams. That's a pretty good feeling.
Yep, it is.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
had I had a giggle that I haven't told you about, Earl. I got an email last Wednesday morning. Can I cover a wedding on Saturday from Complete Music? You've heard of Complete Music.
Uh-huh.
And
Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I was dealing with them.
oh yeah.
Yeah, I was dealing with them, and I was supposed to have done a wedding for them last weekend, but then the groom came to them and said, "Well, it doesn't seem to be a good fit," so they canceled out with me. So it's like, okay, fine, whatever.
And where was the wedding?
Up in Wisconsin.
Okay. I was going, I hope it's not the one because it was so funny that they said, oh, this was like Wednesday morning. And I said, okay, here's my price. And then she said, oh, well, you need a second sound system because the ceremony is out in the back field behind the actual banquet hall. I said, okay, well, I'm going to tack on a couple $100 to that. I'll give you a discount rate. Oh, we can't pay that much. I said, oh, well. I said, okay, not a problem. So I'm going, yeah, you know,
Hang tight. I guess somebody at the door. Back to you, Emily and Kurt.
all right, we got it covered. So yeah, I mean, it happens all over the place, Kurt, on different things like that. So yeah, I sent you that video. They were pulling 73 water skiers. Was that the video?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. Emily, you saw that?
Yeah, I saw. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw that you had sent that.
Yeah,
Well, why
that-
don't Why don't we
Go
pull
ahead.
it up? That way Earl can see and it can be part of this Santa VIP experience here.
Yeah, watch this, Earl. This is absolutely amazing.
Do you got it right there handy, Emily? Or is it going to take you a bit? And you are muted, Emily.
I mean, the amount of pull on
Yeah,
that
it's taking me a
boat,
minute here.
All right.
the amount of pull on that boat has to be phenomenal.
Okay, so what's the video?
A boat pulling a certain number of water skiers, but I won't tell you the number until you see the video. It's kind of mind-boggling. Let's put
Oh,
it let's put it this way, it's more than 10. Or what is your normal show, Kurt, when they're doing a tower? How many skiers is there normally in a tower?
Well, I mean, if you're just going out there to build 3 high, you could get that done with 6 people, but having a few 3 highs is pretty typical. So 18 people, and then you can throw some 2 1s out there to have 21 to 24. Depends on,
damn.
your boat driver, the boat, your skiers and
The size of the
climbers.
lake?
Yeah. So, but to have a dozen 18 people is pretty routine for our shows.
Okay. I wasn't sure. So
Yeah.
that's pretty incredible. So this is a few more than that, Earl. You ready, Emily? Not quite.
And the other thing about the boat pull is what we're looking at here is slalom skiing. So slalom skiing has more drag than if you would have the skiers on 2 skis. Because if you
Okay.
had 2 skis, the 2 skis keep the skier a little bit above the water a little bit more. With the
Right.
1 ski, the back foot's on there and it creates more drag for the boat. So this is quite an accomplishment to get 72 skiers and have the boat power that. So Emily, are you playing here?
Can you make it a little bit bigger, Emily? No?
There it goes.
Yeah.
Holy,
73 skiers, Earl.
holy shnikes.
I mean, just the amount of time to set up the ropes, Kurt.
That would, yeah, that would be an undertaking. Mm-hmm.
So why are they off to the one side of the boat, Kurt? What would make the difference whether they were more to the center or off to the one side?
Well, I would think that would prevent them from getting tangled up with each other.
Yeah. Does it say how big of a boat, Kurt? Or do you know how big this boat is? Do you know these people?
Yeah, they should be. I think they're behind our triple 300. So, and these are boats that are tweaked specifically for the big pull. So you're basically talking rated at about 1,000 horsepower.
Wow. Now, do they go around the corner? I never watched the whole thing. Or is it all one stretch?
Yeah, they're circling around.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit of an arc anyway.
Little bit of time to set up the ropes for something like that, I would imagine, Kurt.
Yeah, that would take quite a bit to get set up because you need to make sure that all those lines are separated out, and that's the last thing you need, is to
Have them all
have
twisted up.
lines get crossed.
That is crazy. Thanks, Emily.
And that was up there in Wisconsin.
Kurt, where'd that take
Um,
place?
To be honest with you, I'm not exactly sure. I think I heard that that was central Wisconsin.
But you're not sure. Oh, Kurt froze up.
Lake DeBay.
Oh, there you are.
Yeah, Lake DeBay in Wausau, Wisconsin.
Okay. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. So that is a world record.
Yeah, as far as it's organized out of the National Show Ski Association. They had been working.
He froze up.
Okay, well, yeah, while we're waiting for him to come back.
There you go.
Yeah, so
Just because we said that, Earl.
yeah, so again, it's what you're seeing there is with the National Show Ski Association. The big pull has a history with the Guinness World Records, but Guinness priced them out of continuing through Guinness. So it's through NSSA out of USA Water Ski.
Okay. Damn.
Very cool. Very cool. So, what else is happening on everybody's docket this week?
Well, I'm gonna be preparing for another wedding this weekend here in town, fortunately. So, yeah, I'll be getting ready for that one, and that's about all I've got.
We were told we got to go to a demolition derby on Saturday. It's the son-in-law. He's retiring after 28 years of doing demolition derbies. He said, "I've had enough of devoting every weekend to working on a car." Geez, I wonder why.
Yeah, I don't blame him.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it would be cool if you were making money and you're at least be able to cover some of your costs, but to donate every weekend to working on something and to lose money. I mean, yes, there is the devoted love for the sport and the passion for it, but you got to draw a line somewhere when you can, be spending time with family or your wife or children or something like that. All his children are growing up, but you know, so, but it's not too far away from us, about an hour and a half away. So I guess we'll be going for a ride and going to participate. Last time oh, 2 years ago when I went to one of his derbies, I was wearing a shirt like this and a lady bumps right into me and she goes, "OMG, you're Santa." I said, "Yes, I am. Here's a business card." She ends up booking me to go down to her place to visit with her and her grandchildren. So it wasn't a whole lost cost and it was a lot of fun.
Very cool.
Yep. That's the power of having a business card in your pocket.
That's true. That's very true.
Yes, at all times.
And hence the reason why I keep mine with me, so that if I happen to be into a place that's got a bulletin board with everybody's information on it. It goes up on the board.
And just doing that is enough to write off your gas for that little venture that you did, because you suddenly did something now for business related, so you can write off as a business expense.
Yep. Okay. Phone call. Be right back.
All right. So, folks, Santa Papa John's group is growing. The workshop is growing. The glorified elves are growing. And we are down to 99 days till Christmas. So that means story time is going to be starting to wrap up and start to getting some bookings about making stories just for your families. So we're going to be working on those. And of course, someone said, would you do a shout out to my company? And I went, I don't know. Let me do some investigating. So I found something else that did, there's some other business that did a short shout out, 20, 30, 40 seconds. I went, yeah, I could probably squeeze a few of those in at once. But I know what's going to happen. All these different ideas that I have, Kurt, that are bubbling on the edge of the old proverbial snowball hill. And they're all going to go, hey, it's December 1st. We want, 500 stories. We want 400 advertisements. We want 300 shout outs. And can you get them all done within the next 5 days? That's where they call sleep is overrated, folks. So we'll see. But in the meantime, I'm going to keep reminding people that, stories are to be developed and built. The earlier, the better. The shout outs. And of course, we still got happy birthdays coming in. And of course, the check-ins. And of course, the veterans list is starting to grow very slowly, but it's growing. People are very excited about that. Don't know where it's going to go yet, Kurt. Honestly, I keep talking to these people that say it's a wonderful idea, and then they don't want to come and join. So, it is what it is, because we all know businesses have a serious form of procrastination around this country. I'm sure you've seen it many times, and I've seen it many times as well. But you know what? We'll take this one step at a time. We're going to have some fun. We're going to create some smiles, and we're going to create some giggles. And I'm going to continue to market to as many people as I can, because people love when I come onto their platforms and create happy, joyful, positive memories. What do you think, Kurt?
Yeah, it's all great stuff, Santa. I go off of what I call the 13-month rule. So to me, Emily knows this, that I say we got to keep plugging away for 13 months with every individual out there. And if we look at any company or organization or person and they've sat on the back burner for 13 months, then that's really a true test that, that in their fiscal year, it is a tough nut to crack. Now, that doesn't mean there's still not hope that they'll join eventually, but they're for sure going to be in that deep lagger category that, it starts to exponentially go down the worth of our continued attention. So when you release a new program or whatever, we really got to nurture it, through a full.
Absolutely. You can't expect it to, as they say, the moon shot from the first shot. That ain't happening, and you got to build it up slowly, because didn't Microsoft and Amazon, they start out of a garage, and they built up to the next building, and then they made to a bigger building. So yeah, we can't expect our businesses to jump out and be 100% successful in the first couple months. There has to be some stories, there has to be some nurturing, there has to be some upward progression, there has to be some social media that gets some attention to garner the interest worthy of the conversation.
Right.
Right. Thank you, Emily. And it's these happy birthday greetings. I thought I would be doing more of them at this stage of the game, but you know what? You can't complain, you can't bitch, you can't, you got to just keep promoting. People are out there, people are watching, and they're like you say, they're nibbling on the hooks, and we'll see where it's going to go with it. But each new idea, I got to warrant the old proverbial, I got to check my list and look at it twice because I don't want to be doing 15 things and everybody wants the 15 things all at the same time. That
Yeah.
kind of makes life interesting.
Yeah, I mean, what I'm thinking, John, is that with the birthday program to like really anchor that into everybody's brain for referrals and, getting people to, to take it on as a gift and everything you got going there is, to me, you should have the, Santa birthday club type thing. And you know, when you're networking or we're on these shows, you know, you should have a way that people can fill a Google form or something. Cause like I go to restaurants.
And then you freeze up again. You really got to, Emily, you got to tell him he's got to start feeding that mouse a little bit more consistently so he'll spin that wheel. Holy cow, Kurt.
Carrot.
Wow. There he is. Oh, he moved.
Yeah. So again, Santa, I'm talking about, a Santa birthday club thing and really build it into your communications and your marketing where you're inviting people to share with you their birthday. Now, obviously, in your marketing, you're not going to have the birthday program and everything you have for that. But I think if you just kind of make it a thing that you're doing something with all of our birthdays, and then, to have your regular Santa Papa John birthday program be something that people can understand, I think.
I like that idea, Kurt. I need to dig into that more a little bit more because there is a lot of positive
So Carrot Santa likes that idea.
birthday club.
There you go. Yeah, and I think Emily's chiming in to make sure I know you like the idea, Santa, because she wants to be in your birthday club, I'm sure.
Yeah. Well, I was telling Emily that you got to feed that mouse a little bit more regularly so he keeps spinning that wheel. You only feeding him every 3 or 4 days. He gets tired and he gets fed up and he doesn't want to spin. So, we got to fix this problem of you freezing up all the time.
That's all right. That's the universe's way to tell Emily, hey, Emily, there's space for you too. So, but for my birthday club idea, I'm going to remind you, Santa Papa John, that my birthday is Emily. What is it? November 30th. So
November the 30th.
yeah, so Emily's got big shenanigans planned for November 30th, and maybe we could on that Saturday, really do something with World of Ability and whatever to really
Yeah.
premiere the birthday program, Santa Papa John birthday program, and really get it out there.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Wow. And then you're going to be the big, 36?
You got it. Well, you are good. I better not. I better not.
Earl even jumped at that one. There you go. Yeah. So unbelievable.
Yeah.
Does it do this all the time for him, Emily?
Um. Not all the time there. Occasionally it happens.
Is it worse on certain times of the day?
Um, it sort of depends on what other things are going on.
So did you
That's
book
that
them,
area.
Earl?
So it sort of varies.
That's because of that area that he's in. That's why. So
Yeah. Did you book it,
Anywho,
Earl?
I've got to jump off of here for right now. I just wanted to pop in and give you all the updates, and then I will get with you later on.
All right. Enjoy your evening. Thank you for
Sounds good. Thank you.
chiming in.
Have a good one.
So there's some merit to this. There's some merit to this idea.
There you go.
You know, could be. I might have to design up a nice little newsletter tonight to send out.
There you go. So John, do you know what is happening this Saturday and Sunday? That we have a weekend summit. Have you heard about it?
I haven't had a chance to look at the emails, but there's a big summit coming up for sure for Project Die Hard, if I remember. And they're getting
Friday is the op clean sweep on Friday.
okay.
Saturday and Sunday, Mutual Aid Network runs a solidarity summit, Humans United in Mutual Aid Networks. And on during the World of Ability, we're going to be having on the Mutual Aid Network Zoom, we're going to be having karaoke with Marilyn the Mayor from Hawaii.
There you go. That'll be
So
interesting.
Emily's got to sort out, we got a little bit of, you know, it's like curtain number one or door number one and door number two. Which do you want, or a combination thereof? Because we're gonna have Marilyn the Mayor running on the Mutual Aid Network Zoom karaoke, and then at the same time we're gonna have World of Ability show running. And so Emily's trying to coordinate. Are people gonna be with Marilyn the Mayor? Are they gonna be with Mutual Aid Network? Both? Neither?
Holy moly.
If they're gonna be on with karaoke, or if they're gonna be on with the show, or a combination of both, or neither, or anything like that. So
You're going to have 4 sets of eyes and 8 hands, Emily, to coordinate all that.
yeah, I need to grow some more limbs here.
Yeah, no kidding. And probably another 3 keyboards.
Yep.
I don't know how many monitors you're running now, but you're probably going to need 3 more.
Probably.
Wow.
The way we're rolling, John, is it's like Brian says, teamwork makes the dream work. So we're
Right.
trying to figure out with you regulars, like, to find out if you're going to be on anything Saturday afternoon, and if so, which one or both, and kind of help Emily out by having a big entourage. Because I told her, I'm
Yeah.
like, if you get people on both screens, makes it a lot easier for her, because then you got all these people, that are just keeping the conversation going. She can just kind of be the mouse in the background,
Yeah,
keeping it all running smooth. So
no kidding. And how long does the World of Ability we know goes from 1 to 3, but how long is the other one?
I think it goes for the majority of it. I think like an hour and a half. So like the last half hour is just gonna be the show.
Wow.
Not
But they're gonna
karaoke.
they're gonna do karaoke at like 8 o'clock in the morning.
In
Yeah.
Hawaii time, yes.
Yeah.
there
Wow.
you go.
That's a
Isn't
little
that a
early to
great
get.
thought? You start your
little-
day and you get singing karaoke. Come on, let's get the.
There was a reason, Kurt, in 40 years, I only did karaoke on my DJ setup about a handful of times, because most of the time it was like, give me that mic, go sit down and get off my stage because you can't sing.
Well, what do you think? Are you going to plug into a little bit of karaoke or what?
Well, I might be able to have to swing into some of it. Make sure you send me a note for both of that, okay, Emily, please?
Sounds good.
Yeah.
And so pretty much once Marilyn needs to get going after she does the 90-minute session, then we'll be asking if everybody's got a little more energy to help Emily give a little zing bang boom, finish to the World Ability podcast, by
Right.
jumping from Light Network at that time for the last half hour just being World of Ability.
Oh, yeah. Fun, fun, fun.
There you go. See, Emily's always up to stuff, Santa.
She is. I hope you pay her. I hope you pay her more than the peanuts and minimum wage. Do you need a raise, Emily? Do I have to negotiate a raise for you?
Probably.
We got it that Emily needs to give me a raise.
Well, that would be up to your wife.
Up to my wife if Emily gives me a raise.
No, if you get a raise from somebody.
If I get a raise from somebody, okay. Oh
There you
man.
go. Holy tamales.
Yeah.
Yeah, you weren't quite on the screen yet when I was talking to Emily earlier on. I said, since those boys started up their synergy meetings on Mondays and Tuesdays, they really kicked my butt for participating people, but that's okay. We might have to look at another time frame, but we'll go a little bit more and we'll do a little bit of promoting for more next time and we'll see how it goes. And if we don't start drawing any more people, we might have to change times.
Well, another idea is, I mean, if you're an hour into that meeting, it could be easily not really filling up to switching over and being here. But again, the idea is spillover that, when they're finished with Synergy, if they have some more energy and time availability, come on over here and even if it's
Yeah,
a camp.
that's what happened last time. We got a
Okay.
few extra feedovers at the 5:30.
Yeah. So even if they just come through to give their little cameo appearance for 5 minutes,
That's
it's
all it
not a bad.
takes sometimes.
What's that?
I say it sometimes that's all it takes.
There you go. Yeah.
Because the old proverbial people go where people are and they suddenly come up and there's suddenly 6 people here or 5 people, then they're going to stick around and say, well, maybe the chat session will be decent enough. And then, next thing you know, we're at 8, 10, 12, 14 people. That would be awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, Emily, if you could work up some outreaches to, because with the synergy meeting, I mean, that's a firm time slot. They're running it that if you hop in, you're early and you're on until they close the meeting. They don't want anybody trickling in or sneaking out early. So not everybody can do that. So the flexibility here can be attractive for those that can't make that commitment to synergy.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes. So. But you gave me, each time we come in here, we talk some good conversation and more ideas pop into it. So, it is what it is. And we got, that's what it's all about is sharing ideas and talking positive ideas and tweaking and twisting ideas to make them uniquely special. And that's all we can do to promote our ideas to other people.
Yeah. Yeah, so John, do you have a speaker slot with Emily for their October 24th event?
Not yet.
Yeah, so that's something that would take a little thought because like this because like you're about bringing smiles to people. And the theme of it, I mean, Christian's got us on a theme of prevention and protection and, like rainy day funds and, like
That is a Thursday.
Yeah, it's a Thursday. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's going to be running noon to 6. And so Emily's got to get a speaker lineup going and, perhaps collect headshots and bios to be able to promote it good the next month. And really build it up. But in terms of what you do is Santa approved and birthdays and stuff like that, I mean, it's kind of a question. What does your program help people avoid? Because that's a little bit of what Christian is talking about. He's talking about like cybersecurity and, safety and stuff like that. So I don't know where your work
Hmm.
kind
Oh,
of,
like scams.
yeah, avoiding.
Yeah.
I've brought up scams quite a bit lately.
What's the name of this one?
The name of the event?
Yeah.
Emily, what are you calling the event? I've just been referring to it as a speaker series and saying it's gonna feature the Easy Expo platform and
I'm not even sure if I've really uh come up with like official title of it yet. Uh,
Okay.
yeah,
but
it's
if he came up with something, like for had a meeting with Christian and came up with something. That's what you know,
well, the idea is we started talking about Halloween, but then the indication was that doing it right on Halloween, there was a downside to putting all of our eggs into the Thursday, October 31st basket. So
Right.
that's at October 24th and to stay ahead of the thing. So I don't know if playing to the Halloween theme is wise, but I don't know. I mean, people kind of know, like October. Yeah, I don't know if we go with the Rocktober type thing, but I think with Christian's thing, it's kind of like, an event to help you avoid the scare.
Ah, I see. Well, I dressed like this for Halloween, and last year I gave out almost candy to almost 800 children.
well,
That was down from 1,300 the year before.
don't choose.
Yeah, I live in one of those wonderful neighborhoods where you've got a couple haunted houses down to the left, and you got a big trick or trunk to the right, and you go, holy crap, I'm right in the middle of it, and you can't see the street because it's solid people walking.
You're in a big neighborhood that has a lot of kids.
Yeah, no,
No,
no. Most of the people in our neighborhood, well, yeah, they're older people for because I'm right beside the hospital, so it's classified as the richer part of the city, but I'm not rich, but I got a nice house, but that doesn't mean I'm rich. But there was lots of doctors and lawyers and nurses and stuff in this area because of the proximity to the hospital.
oh,
Gotcha.
So, because when I lived in the other house across town, a busy night on Halloween would be 15. Now they're saying
well,
potentially 1,500 in this neighborhood. So kind of crazy.
Yeah.
So
So Emily, with the October 24th event, can you get communications going on that and kind of figure out if it's going to be like a trick or treat or a dare the scare or, if it's going to be more like, rock the shock, something because it's got to have something that kind of feeds into what the speaker series is about avoiding pitfalls and,
yeah.
doing financial planning, legal planning, and,
yeah, no kidding.
yeah, and then preventative health and, that kind of stuff. So what kind of an event title speaks to that, Emily?
Right.
You know, um, so I thought
I
like
agree.
trick or treat. It's kind of like, like you're talking the scams or whatever. Like you've fallen onto the trick side of it. You're putting your life into kind of taking a chance side of it, or treat like, things are working out the way you want them to. Trick or treat.
Yeah.
Or rock the shock. Stuff happens, you're shocked that you're running into those problems. So rock the shock and, you know, have all these ideas about how to persevere these issues. And trick or treat falls into Halloween. So Emily, you got to come up with something.
Yeah, see if I come up with something, see if Kristen or anybody has any ideas.
You're telling me you don't have any social media on it? You don't have any event entered anywhere? I mean, this is a month away. We got to start drawing people.
Yeah,
We're gonna have nobody there.
yeah.
So even if it's not the official name, come up with something, even if you call it generically speaker series or something.
That's where you go on to Chat GTP and say, this is the kind of event, looking for some names, give me some suggestions, and it'll rattle off. If you say, give me 20 suggestions, it'll rattle off 20 suggestions.
Right.
When's the last time you were in Chat GPT, Emily?
Just like a few days ago.
Oh, really? What were you using it for?
Because I was looking up something for a description for something we were talking about, Kurt. I don't remember what it was at the moment, but
Okay. Well, it's a good thing you brought that up, John. I figured she wasn't using it at all, and here she was.
How often do you use it, Kurt?
I don't use it. That's Emily's role.
Really?
well, I haven't used it that much. I mean, I've got it a couple times, but I haven't. But
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've got so many LinkedIn messages and emails, and I've got my hands full for what's real versus, trying to drum stuff up. My whole thing of drumming stuff up is hopping on these Zooms and posting parties and just staying available on Go Brunch and doing all this. That's my role.
There you go.
Uh,
All right, kids, why don't we hang this up? And I'll go have some
and
supper.
That's right, John. That's right. Your routine is you don't go to the posting party. It's mealtime, and then you come on closer to 7 or whatever.
Yeah,
Catch us, and you've got the link and everything ready to go for restream.
I do. You sent me the message. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you have any difficulty coming on, let us know. Otherwise, we'll see you on there, and we can talk about spreading hope to veterans, preventing veteran suicide. So
Absolutely. Okay, guys.
see you in about
Thank you.
90 minutes for that. Sounds good.
All right.